Singing in schools, after suffering a period of relative decline, is finally back on the agenda, with a vengeance. My name is Howard Goodall. I'm a composer and a broadcaster, but some of you may also have read about my being appointed by the government to head up a new initiative to get many more young people singing in schools again. Not just for a hand-picked few 20 minutes a week, but for all the children and their staff. The government wants to encourage singing to become a normal and integrated part of the school culture.
One of the main things I wanted from the programme was for the school to end up with a shared repertoire of songs. And even at this early stage, it's obvious that that is beginning to happen. As you walk around the playground, you can hear children singing, children from different year groups, singing the same sort of songs. And it's really good in terms of their social networking and bonding and developing the school as a community.
And it's not just the children who are learning either. At the start of the programme, reception teacher Jane Serrerier was one of the most reluctant to perform publicly.
Pick up all the books. We've only been going a couple of weeks so far, and my own confidence has risen enormously.
Now, this is your feet as well.
The songs are simple, easy to manage, and the children carry you along. So it's been a very good couple of weeks, and I feel we're getting there.
Three weeks in, and the honeymoon period is over. Staff have been struggling to fit singing sessions into the school day. And with Susie due back in to monitor their progress, teachers like Rachel feel they're beginning to fall behind.
Before Susie came, we planned to try and do 5 to 10 minute sessions of singing every day. The reality is that sometimes that just can't happen for all kinds of reasons. But we fit bits and pieces in whenever we can.
Keep going, keep going, keep going.
Realistically, I'm not at all prepared for their coming in. We've done about 1 or 2 sessions of singing with the children, so personally I don't feel at all prepared.
Take a step out, please, Asha, Daniel.
There are so many things that you have to fit into the school day. You cannot do everything, so I'm not going to beat myself over the head about it, but you know, we'll see how it goes.
It's the moment of truth for the staff. Susie arrives for her first series of sessions working with individual teachers and their classes.
When I come into a school at this very early stage, I would hope that the teachers would have at least had a go at 1 or 2 of the songs. That's all I can expect at this stage. And so when I come in with the children, I can then take the teacher on to the next stage.
Where would you like them, Susie? In a circle. Right, Thomas, try your best.
The first thing I do is to watch what the teacher's done with the children. And this really is to put her in a situation where she knows that I'm expecting her to be doing the teaching in the future. So really, in a way, in the very first session, it doesn't matter what they've done, as long as I can see that they've actually put their toe in the water and have taken on the concept that it's them that's going to be teaching the music.
Okay, we've had a practice. I told the children that the teachers have been learning a bit about singing, and we've been trying to teach them a few songs. Okay, so shall we show Susie how we warmed up our voices? We're going to take our singing seats. Remember we talked about letting all the air into our lungs. And we're going to say hello to everybody. We're going to go around the circle. We're probably going to start with you, Gregory. Let's just practice as a whole group just to remember what we say. I know. If you know, respond, okay? I'll go first. Hello, how are you?
Very well, thank you.
You did a fantastic job of remembering that. Now we're going to go round the circle.
Tessa McCabe, a Year 1 teacher, is one of the first to experience the Susie treatment.
I was quite excited about it, really. I know a lot of people were a bit dubious about it and weren't too keen, but I don't know, I thought it could only, it could be fun, it sounded like a good idea. Because the children have always loved it, but it's just something that we have less and less time for, so I was quite excited about doing it.
One thing I'd say, they're coming brilliantly, they're all finding their voices, is to pitch a little higher.
Yeah.
So I was trying so that their angel voice would come.
Yeah.
And singing seats.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, if you, instead of saying 1, 2, 3, go, if
Yeah.
you sing off we, that sets
Yeah.
the pitch and it sets the tempo.
With Tessa's 40-minute session over, it's the moment that assistant head Kerry Darby has been dreading for some time. She admits to being terrified of singing out loud, and to make matters worse, there's a TV camera in the room.
1, 2, 3.
Once a man fell in a well, splish, splash, splosh, he sounded. If he had not fallen in, he would not have drowned it.
Despite her nerves, Kerry takes a risk and teams up with colleague Jo McCritchie and her class to try something more complicated, getting the children to sing a song in 2 parts.
2, 3. Once a man fell in a well, splish, splash, splosh, he sounded. If he had not fallen in, he would not have drowned it.
That's fantastic. Really good. I'm very, very impressed. Okay, I want to take the 2 songs you've done.
Kerry's gamble pays off, and Susie now steps in. She demonstrates how to push the classes on even further, introducing the idea of visualising notes in height order, a concept they'll need to understand when they start to read music.
So instead of once a man fell in a well, we're going to sing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 5. And with your hand, I'd like you to take your hand and step those 5 steps, starting from your tummy and going up to your head. So it goes like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 5. Stop. Okay, so we'll do the whole song and see if you can work out the numbers all the way through. Off we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 1.
Got it.
During this session, Susie introduces a whole series of new games and ways to think about music, including a human keyboard made up of just voices.
Good. After the first one, they were already itching to sing it back to me.
Some songs are easier to grasp than others, but with that one it's the words, the pitches are quite... But what I wanted to do is unpick it a bit and get the pitch structure into there.
That's great.
Thank you very much. Give them a clap.
It was better than I thought it would be, actually. Very nerve-wracking. Hate singing in front of children, hate singing in front of cameras, and definitely hate singing in front of a professional. But I was amazed at how much the children had actually remembered, because I only did about 20 minutes on it originally, so that 20 minutes was a lot. A lot, actually. They remembered an awful lot, which really, really surprised me. And I think that the things that Susie had given us, the tips, because the way she broke it down and really getting into the musical, and I thought the idea with the numbers, they're going up and then they're going down, to actually get the fact that 3 phrases go up and 3 phrases go down, very visual, and it stuck with the children. I was surprised actually by the children that actually did engage with it.
Okay, we're going to go down to the community room for singing. Okay? Quietly walking through the school, just like you always do. Off you go, Deanne.
One of the last teachers to have his session on this first day with Susie is Year 6 teacher Carl Brown. A combination of SATs, the arrival of a new baby, and Carl breaking his arm has meant he's done no preparation work for today whatsoever. He is also one of the non-musicians on the staff.
I am possibly the most unconfident musician and singer I know. I can sing. I wouldn't say I'm a very good singer. There's a wonderful bit in Stephen Fry's autobiography where he talks about he's not tone deaf, he's tone dumb. He can't hit the right note, and I'm very much like that. I know what sounds good, and I know it ain't me. I'm looking forward to the challenge of doing music. I don't normally do it. I'm not confident. I don't play an instrument. I'm looking forward to being able to do something like that for a change.
What I've done is I've outlined here everything I'm hoping to cover for you. with pretty clear instructions. And then we're going to tape it as well. So
when Susie discovers that Carl hasn't managed to practice, she decides to take the entire class for him.
I'm going to give a little exercise so that you can find your singing voice. I'm going to say, have you brought your talking voice? You're going to say, yes, we have. Yes, we have. But you have to follow the intonation of my voice. So match my sound. Have you brought your talking voice?
Yes, we have.
Yes, we have.
Have you brought your whispering voice? Yes, we have. Yes, we have. Have you brought your shouting voice?
Yes, we have. Yes, we have.
Have you brought your singing voice?
Yes, we have. Yes, we have.
With 3 weeks of the 10-week challenge already gone, Susie knows that this class has a lot of work to do to catch up. She wastes no time taking Carl and the children through the basics.
Do everything I do, but wait till I've stopped, and then follow straight away.
Susie will be a hard act for Carl to follow. By the end of the 40-minute session, she's already introduced the class to a basic form of notation.
Ta, ta, te, te, ta. Off you go. The rhythm language we use early on, which involves ta, te, te, ta, and rest, looks very simple. It's very simple to notate because it has no note heads that you have to scribble in, but it's strongly reminiscent of traditional notation, which we come to later. And so there's a very, very clear and logical link through to Western notation.
I felt unprepared, but it didn't matter because I knew that she was leading it, so I didn't have to do anything, whereas next time I know I'll have to do something, so I'll need to be prepared. And what she was doing there seemed to be a lot more useful than what I'd heard they'd done in the past. So yeah, it was good.
A week later, and Susie is back again for more individual sessions.
What's your trade? Lemonade. Give us some dope.
Well, now I'm really intensifying things for the teachers, and I'm trying to now really focus in on the structure of their teaching and the pacing of their teaching.
I want you to follow me without singing first of all. I'm going to sing. I just want you to point to the body part that I'm singing about, okay?
Shall I show you a little trick? Yes. So that when it's your turn, it's really your turn and not their turn. Okay, right, we're going to sing. And did your teacher ask you to sing, or did your teacher ask you to just touch the body parts?
Touch the body.
Okay, let's see if you can keep your voice inside your thinking head. Okay, off I go, chest, chest, knees, toe. Was somebody taking my turn? It's my turn, I'll start again. Off I go. In terms of the children, I'm really keen to identify the children who haven't yet found their singing voice and find games and activities that the teachers can use to break that through. Rat-tat-tat-tat.
Tat-tat-tat. Who is that? Catherine in the funny hat.
Some of the teachers may still think that it's just a case of bringing their class in and singing through a few songs. But what I'm doing is really tightening up with those teachers and making them realise that they have to work a lot harder than that. Think of ways in which we can improve the quality of singing and get them to appraise their own quality of singing. Concentrate on individual singing a lot, call and response. Lots and lots of individual singing, especially for the more reticent ones.
Yes.
And 1, 2, 3, 4. Can you go around the front instead of around the back this time? Off you go. And 1, 2, 3, 4. If anyone laughs, just stop that. So it's just a rule that nobody laughs.
Yeah.
So that it's safe. So that if anyone wants to sing individually, they know it's safe.
Yeah.
Not going to be laughed at.